Hello, good day, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. This is me, Coach Nelson, Sonar Graphics at Sonar Network CEO and lead designer, Bright Skill Academy. Stay tuned, I'll be guiding you through this course, and trust me, it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. So, without wasting much of our time, I'll be introducing the app Pixelab App. Yes, we have two different types of application for this particular smartphone graphic design academy specifically. So we'll be making use of Pixelab and Canva app. That's the two apps we'll be working with. But now I'm introducing the Canva app to you without wasting much of our time. Most of you have already downloaded the Pixelab and also the Canva app. So we'll go straight and introduce the Pixelab app to you without wasting much of our time. Then I've already opened a window there. So let me just hover to it. So I've opened the, okay. This is the Pixelab app, Pixelab, this app right here is called the Pixelab app. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, I'll just go ahead and click on it. It opens. Okay, then let me just take it back to once it opens, this is how your Pixelab app interface appears to be. Do you understand? This is how your app appears to be. So now when you look here, you will see so many options right here, right? That's so many options. That's when your cursor is still here. Yes, the pages will pop up. You can as well click on your project. These are my projects, the projects I've done. Yeah, the last project I did, all the projects I've done previously. Yeah, my phone got formatted. I formatted some of my designs. So these just the new ones I'm having here. Okay. So then also this is a default. These are also different kind of pages. Different kind of pages that you can insert, then start to use them at once. Okay. These are different kind of pages. Just trying to walk around with your tools. Yes. Then this is a white space. Okay. So now this is a white space. So another thing we'll be looking at, look at here, order the letter A right there. So when you click on the letter A, automatically, whenever your cursor is on the white A, that means you are working on a test. You can't be working on a shape while your cursor is on on the A. Okay, so that means you're working on a test. So when I click there, these two things appears, test and quote. When I click on test, in as much as I type on test, it appears automatically. It brings up a new test option for me to write whatever thing I want to write. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete it. When you click on quotes, quote actually brings some quotes that you can even use for your designs, or you can use for any kind of thing you want to make. You can as well change from English to French. Maybe you can change from motivation quotes to happiness, success quotes, friendship quotes, happiness quotes, inspiration quotes, positivity absurd. Okay, so now we are not going to make use of any quotes, so let's leave it right there. Or you can let me import one. When I click on one quote, it appears automatically for you. Okay, you see it. So that's it. So let me go ahead and delete. Then the next option we are looking at is, watch me closely. Watch me closely so that I don't make any mistakes about it. Is this particular tool? My bad. Okay, so watch me closely. This other particular app right here. Look at it here. This other particular app right here. Okay. The object right here. So that's the next thing we're going to look at. Once I click on it, it automatically brings up option: stickers, import, draw, shapes, bezier tool, and arrow tool. Okay. So while making our designs, we get to know about all these um, objects and how they work. So import is when you want to import a picture from your image, or when you want to import a background from your folder. Okay, from your phone. You can as well import anything to the design. Draw, when you want to make, let me assume I want to sign my signature. This is my signature and I got it perfectly well. Okay, that's for that. Okay, so now the next option there is shapes. When I want to draw and make any shape, these are options of shapes. When you click on shape, automatically the default is a square. Okay, so when you want to make a change, maybe you don't need a square, you click on this arrow sign pointing down. When you tap on it, it appears different kind of shapes. I can change from that to zero. You might not see it clearly. Let me give the zero a color so that you can be able to see it. You see that? That's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. So So now you notice that whenever you make any object, that's when you'll be able to see all these options: the delete, the crop, the copy to front, to back, position, relative size, the color, the textures, the opacity, the color filters, the stroke, the eraser, the mask, the eraser color, the rotate, the 3D rotate, all those tools. Don't worry. We are taking it step by step. You get to know about them with time, okay? So don't worry, make no mistakes about it. Don't rush yourself. Yeah. While getting used to the tools, all these things will be a minor case for you. I promise before the end of before the end of the training, you're going to master all the tools one after the other. But this is just an introduction video. Yes, this is just an introduction video into the application. So in our next video, we'll start creating something. Okay. So now this is for that. Then the last option right there. Okay, no, I've talked about then the Bezier tool. When you click on Bezier, the Bezier tool is a tool you can use to for vectorization in terms of you want to draw a logo, make a logo, make some shapes. The Bezier tool is what serves best for it. Okay, so you can as well use the Bezier tool to do whatever thing you want to do. Yeah, different crazy things that you can do with Bezier tool. Graphic design is not about what tool you use. It's all about your deliverability, what you can deliver at the end of the process. Yes, some people might use different kind of tool to create the particular effects. What matters is how similar it is. Okay, there are some certain options I do. There are some certain designs I make. When I compare it with how people do theirs, it's quite different. Okay, but it's all about arriving at the same result. I don't know if you're getting me. Then that's what makes us um unique in our own ways. Okay, so don't bother about what others are doing. Focus on yourself. Okay, focus on yourself. There's no limitation to yourself, because I come to realize that it's not all about teaching design. No, there are some other things you need to know. It's not about teaching you how to design. No, there are some background thoughts you need to learn. There are some certain things you need to learn about the design process before the end of. For those of us that will be enrolling for the mentorship program, from the program you learn a lot and how to monetize your skill. So just stay tuned. By the end of the training, you get to understand each and every design that will make here. Okay. So now that's for that. Okay. Then the next two there is the arrow. That's just for the arrow. Okay. You can select different options of the arrow. You see, the effects is changing. You can select different options, how you want your arrow to be, whether you want to opaque it. Okay, so make no mistakes about it. Forget about the options you are or the words I'm talking about. Just forget about everything you are hearing. Just focus. By the end of the training, you get to know, or you get, that's the terminologies. Okay, so I'm just making use of the terminologies because of I've learned it. So for you that is just enrolling, don't bother yourself and don't get yourself worked up by questions or different kind of thoughts. Okay, you can make it, you can do it, you can do even better than me. Yeah, some of my students are doing better than me. Most of them are doing better than me. It's only those that are not serious. Okay, so now that's for that. I believe this is an introduction video of the application. So then the last option right there is the second to the last option right there is our page, about our page itself. Do you want to give your page a color? You can select a color for your page. Okay, that's for the page. Do you want to make it transparent? You can make your page transparent. The image size, you can change the shape of your, you can as well change the shape of your design, maybe from 128 to maybe 2000. You will see the effect now. Let's say 2000. Oh, sorry, 2000. You see that image size? Let me take it back to 128. Okay, 1280, which is the default. So now another one is image. You see that there are so many images, the default images that comes with the application. Okay, that you can use for design. See the images here. Okay, so that's just for it. Then from gallery, bring in image from your gallery. You see that? Trying to bring out something from your gallery. Okay. Then from camera, you can as well snap in design directly. Okay. I can snap in design directly to my design. See that? I just use my camera. You see what I did? So that's just for that. Then the last option there is this option is also for editing of images, editing of the page, how you want the page to look like. Can you see the effects that is actually happening right there? You can as well increase the brightness. It's mainly basically for pictures, contrast, a mini studio for editing your pictures. With time, you get to understand about these tools, so don't get yourself worked up. Okay, so now these are just an introduction video of the application. Okay, so I know some of you would like to, because me, I really love challenges a lot. Yeah, I do. Of course, I really love challenges a lot because we learn from our mistakes. Yeah, so some of us would like to even start designs when we've not started officially. Okay, so now I'll just show you how you can import image from your phone. How you can be able to import image from your phone. Yeah, because some of you might be eager to start designing, or maybe have some pictures or images they want to start up with. So you just click on the plus sign up here. When you look up here, the plus sign up there. When you tap on it, it brings several options. You don't want to apply a text. What is the current date? Sticker, shapes, from gallery or draw. So now we go click on from gallery. You see that? So you can bring in any design or any picture in. But I just chose this design because of is quite easier for us to get at the moment, since we are just learning. So let me go ahead and delete it. So now when you still look up there, right there, when you still look up there, you will notice that uh there's another icon there, which specifically means to save. For those of us that are familiar with computer, when you see icons like that, it's basically for save. So when you click on it, save as project. Some of us makes mistake about this. When you're working on a document, while working, ensure that you save as project. Okay. When you are done with your project, save it as project before saving as an image. Do you understand? Save it as a project, because when you just save as an image, the next time you can't be able to edit it from your phone. You can't be able to edit an image directly. But when you save as project, automatically it saves as Pixelab. Do you understand? So saving at Pixelab now, the next time you come, you just go ahead and click and tap on the just go ahead and tap on the icon right here. When you tap on the icon right here, you can just go to my projects. You see my project right here. My projects. Look at the project I saved. So I can bring them up. Okay. So that's it. You see the projects. I can click on one. Okay. It comes up. You see that? So that's just for it. Then now, the next option right there is this is to share. Okay. Now another option right there, still quotes. Then there's another option right here. Okay. This this is to undo. And mind you, in Pixelab, we don't have redo. Yes, we don't have redo. You can only undo. And when you undo, you can't go back to what you've undo. You see the problem right there. So you mind you, when you are designing, be careful. You can only make undo, but you cannot redo. Okay. So now there's another option right there. This, which is to zoom. This also is for the ruler. Then this also is for a preview plane. Okay. So what does all this necessarily mean? So let's work on the view first. Whenever you are making a design, let me assume that I'm making a design. I edited digital scale. Okay, digital marketing manager certification online. Okay. Okay. Now um I need to make this a smaller test. Okay. I'll find out that it's really hard for me to actually get what I'm doing. Do you understand? To drag, to view what I'm doing, and all of that. So for me to get a clearer view of what I'm doing, I will have to click on the zoom button right here. Watch me closely. The zoom button up here. So when I tap on it, then I zoom. I use my two hands to zoom. You see? When I use my two hands to zoom, then I click back there again at the circled area. Don't click on the number. When you click on the number, it takes you back. So click on this is where you click. Okay. If I click there, then I can be able to edit whatever thing I have here. See that? I can be able to work with it closely with close marking. You see that? Then I will click there back, zoom it in, click back on the icon. You see that? So that's how to make use of the zoom tool. Then another tool there is the rule the guides. It actually helps you in designing. Do you understand? That's the most vital part of design, because you can when you are designing, you design with um, graphic elements and principles. So for you to maintain the principles, you need a guide. That's a rule, because you might not be 100% accurate while designing. So let me go ahead and import it. When I click there, you find out that a rule appears automatically. Okay, the rule that appears automatically, for us to be able to work on it, or for us to be able to work on it, you click on for me to adjust it, you click here. So when you click there, you can be able to click on any one, plus it. See that? You can adjust your ruler how you want your page layout to be. See that? You can adjust your ruler. You can adjust your ruler yourself the way you want it to be. Okay. You can import. You can adjust your ruler. You can import also. You can adjust your ruler. So now that this when I'm designing, I temporarily create a ruler guiding my whole jobs, that all my designs won't exceed this at first. The primary designs won't exceed this. Okay. So while designing, you still apply some other guides to help you design. Let me assume I imported a shape. Let's say circle. I'm giving it a color. Okay, color red. Okay. So now you notice that whenever you click on the ruler, you can't be able to edit on your object again. So you click back here again. Okay. So when you click back there again, that's when you can be able to edit. You click back there, then now I can be able to edit this. Then if you want to remove the ruler, just go ahead and click on the ruler again. The rule, okay? So when you want to remove it, you just go ahead and tap there. The rule will be out. When you still want to have it in, you click there, okay? So you can resize your object. Let me assume I want this object to fit into this shape, okay? To get a perfect size of what I'm doing. You see what I'm doing, okay? I created an edge first. See the edge I created here first, okay? So now I'll drag. It has gotten to the end, okay? So now I'll drag this ruler, I'll click on this ruler, drag it close to this, okay? So you'll find out now the ruler is now guiding my design. So when I want to make a duplicate of this particular shape, I go to copy right here and copy. So once I've copied, I can drag. You see that the ruler helps me to guide me for me to get the same particular or the actual measurement of it. Do you see? The ruler helps me and also guides me. Do you see that? So that's the importance of ruler. But without the ruler, I might not be accurate. Do you see? I might not be accurate. Let me put the ruler now. Is a kind of somehow accurate, but not exactly accurate. Yeah. But as a beginner, you really need a ruler. Uh, you might not be accurate as I am. So, but as a beginner, you need a ruler to be able to be accurate in your designing. Do you see that? Now, this is what I did. I'm not accurate here, and I have to use the ruler to drag it down. Okay, so that's for that. So now this is just an introduction video for this. Oh, one more thing, my bad. Um, when you click on this place, oh, this is another vital part of the design, if not the most important. This is very very important. Okay, so when you click on the icon right here, it actually shows the objects, the elements of your designs. Do you see that? When I click on digital marketing, I can as well edit whatever thing I want to edit from here. You see that? So when I click on the edit, different options comes out. Do I want to copy it? Do I want to duplicate it? Do I want to give it a fill? Do I want to move it? Do I want to change the text? Do I want to rotate it? Do I want to copy? Do I want to edit the text? Do you see? So there are so many options that will pop out. Then let me assume that this, let me give it another color, a separate color together. This is black, okay, and this is red. Now, this is exactly what I want, but I want, okay, let me do something better. Okay, all right, all right, all right, okay. Normally, this is the way this design is supposed to be, okay, but now I find out that the black is at the back, okay. So for me to bring it to the front, where am I supposed to click? So I go to the plane right there that I just showed you, the plane right here. So when I go to that plane, I tap on it. This is it. I drag it. Watch me closely. You click on this particular angle. Don't click inside the object. Click at the angle that has dots, dots. Okay. So when you click on long press, when you hold it, you long press until it changes to this form. Then you cannot drag it up. You find out that it's now on top of the design that we just made. I can even change the color to white or whatever thing you want to change it to. Okay. So that's it. As for that, then that's for all. So when you're working with an object, always pay close attention to it. Okay, pay close attention to it. That's it. So that's for that. I think we are done with the introduction. So in our next video, we'll be starting up with some simple designs before you get to the advanced level, which will be blasting. I will blasting you with designs beyond the imaginations. Okay, so you do stay tuned. In our next class, we'll discuss more about design. Trust me, we are in this process. Okay, we're in the process together. So do stay tuned. Always don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and subscribe. Also recommend the Bright Skill Academy to your friends and family. There's more to learn in digital skill, and there are benefits. Okay, there are a whole lot of benefits for you to acquire. The world is quite creative, so you need to be creative. If you want to make or command results, you need to be creative. That's productivity, one aspect of productivity. So when you're talking about productivity, it's all about exposure. Yeah, I was listening to a message. It's all about exposure, creativity, and innovation. Okay, so that's it. But before you now talk about the competence, okay. So for now, you are now exposed that yeah, there's something like graphic design, and there are also something called a cell phone or smartphone for it. Okay, now it's all about how creative you are and innovations. Okay, when you're able to conquer that, then you now talk about how competent you can be or how competent you are in it. That's what actually signifies you to be creative, general, or productive. Okay, so this for that. Peace. In our next class, we're going to be discussing a whole lot of, trust me, it's going to be bang. All right.